Are you interested in doing a detox, but you're not really sure where to start or what to do? Are you interested in receiving all the wonderful benefits for your body, mind, and for your spirit, but you also don't really know what they are? Then I'm here to tell you all about it. My name is Marie and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and welcome back if you are been here before. So I just went through a 28-day detox program, which I also did last year, which is a really great program. It's this person named Anthony Williams. He has a lot of books out there, but I got the medical medium about a year and a half ago, and I tried his 28-day detox program that's in this book. And I'm briefly going to go through and describe it to you so that you understand what it's all about. Then I'm going to go through and tell you how amazing you'll start to feel in your body. So definitely stick around for that. And also what happens, maybe surprisingly, to your mind and to your feelings, your emotions in this process. And then in the end, I'm going to tell you where I'm going from here. So stick around. Number one. So let's talk about what I've done. So I followed his program pretty much exactly the way he describes it, and it's really amazing. It starts to detox your whole body. And I've done a lot of kind of fasting type things in the past, which have been great too, but I feel like this has an extra twist to it because what it does, it also nourishes your body. It just doesn't deplete your body like, if you're doing a water detox or fast. It actually adds nutrition too. So you start to feel great right away. So what I do is I start my morning with first lemon juice, which, I'll drink about, three cups of that or something. Then I'll wait for about 20 minutes or so. Then I'll make a celery juice, which I do just run in the blender. And then I squeeze it out. So I don't actually use all of the fruit, of it. I just use the juice. And then I wait for another 20-30 minutes and I make a smoothie. And in that I put a banana, oranges, blueberries, and like a bunch of, let's say hemp powder, spirulina, things like that, things that are really, really amazing for your body. And that starts to, you can also put in other things in there. And he describes in his book very carefully what to put in there, but I mix it up a little bit. So after that morning, that's kind of your breakfast. Then you can insert your coffee if you want to, not before then, right? Then the rest of the day, all you're really doing is quite simple. You're only eating fruits, vegetables, wild berries, and some nuts. And that might sound like, oh my God, how am I going to survive like that? And the first couple of days, you'll feel like that. Like, okay, I'm hungry, But then Anthony suggests that, just eat a banana, just make another smoothie, or make another salad. Like, you're not supposed to be hungry, just keep on eating. What I've noticed, what eventually ends up happening actually, is your body starts to adjust and your stomach and your intestines start to shrink a little. So a big healthy salad is going to fill you up for quite some time. So I usually make a really nice salad for lunch. I put like olive oil and salt and pepper and then in there I have like avocado and lettuce and cucumbers, beets sometimes, and I also put fruits in there. I put berries, I put oranges, bananas, whatever. So you make and nuts, and make a really nice salad. And then maybe you'll make another one for the evening, or maybe you'll just have like a little, cup of tea or something. But there's no gluten, there's no dairy products, there's no meat. I mean, basically just water, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, right? And so what happens over in the case of the 28 days is your body starts to detox. But, and now I'm going into my next point, is the result that happens to your body. You start to feel a lot lighter. Like you start to feel like you're weighed down less. And also what starts to happening is your body starts to go through all of the detoxing in your body. So that means that like you get rid of all the heavy metals, the toxins you have in your body, like maybe old medicine residue, and then when we drink water, we drink our neighbor's medicine too, right? So all those things will start to get flushed out of your body, microplastics, everything will start to get out. And the result that you see in your body is quite fascinating. It happens really fast. All of your inflammations will be gone. So like, for example, I have an old shoulder injury and that sometimes bothers me, haven't felt a thing. I sometimes get headaches. In this process, in this 28 days, not a single headache, like nada. And also my husband was telling me he sometimes has like an inside of his hip kind of flexor type of situation. He hasn't felt that at all. He started like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago now. So he's like, this morning, he's like, I haven't noticed that at all, right? So what also starts to happen in your intestines, it starts to get very calm. Like, you know, how when you have a heavy meal, your body is like, oh, it gets tired, it's sluggish, everything is going to there. That never happens. And you also start to feel incredibly energetic. So like you feel, it's not like the caffeine type of energy where you're like, oh, go for 20 minutes. And then you're like, ugh, right? No, this is more like you feel just this pure pulsating energy through your body. So you can just expect to feel incredibly energetic. You can expect your body to feel very like powerful and how should I say it, active, you know, it wants to move and things like that. And then you start to feel all of your old diseases, you know, things in your body just dissipate. And eventually, after 28 days, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I used to feel that pain in my foot, but you no longer feel it. It's just, it's sort of out of your system now, right? And that brings me to point number 3. So a lot of these things happen in your body, but they also happen in your mind. So as you're detoxing and you're getting rid of all these sluggish, you know, toxic things in your body, your mind starts to detox too. So you start to feel like things are clearer. You start to feel more kind of relaxed, less of this kind of noisy thoughts in your head, you know, all that worry, anxious, oh, I'm supposed to do this, I never did that, I didn't call this person back, I'm a bad person, right? All those things, it starts to clear up because as your body is detoxing, your mind and your thoughts can also detox. So you get a lot, it's actually very nice. It's very nice not to have to listen to that repeating, you know, sometimes our mind is not so nice to us, right? It starts to say all these things that, and it's on a repeated kind of like a, you know, track. And it's like, oh, you know, you're not that worthy. And, you know, you really should have done that. And you didn't. And yesterday you said this and you should be ashamed of yourself. And, you know, it just keeps going on and on and on. I'm sure we all know this mind that tries to talk to it. That will start to simmer down because what's happening is everything is so interconnected in your body, in your mind, and where I'm going next, your heart, that at one detox in one place is going to affect all the other systems, right? So you'll start to feel that too. And where I'm going next is your emotions, your feelings. So you'll start to feel a detox of that too. And I'll just give you a little heads up. When you start to detox your entire body, your emotions are also going to start to detox. And your body is like, wow, there's all this great space for me to get rid of some things now, right? So old trauma, old things that you've been working on your whole life will start to pop up. Now that might not feel so nice and maybe not sound so nice either. Like, oh, if I'm already working on doing all these great things for my body, why do I also have to deal with my emotions now? But this is the time your emotional body is like, wow, you know, we got rid of all this gunk. Let's get rid of some of these old things, you know, some of these inner woundings, some of these child woundings, you know, some of these patterns. Why don't we clear those up too, right? So what's going to happen, what seems to be on the outside, things are going to happen and you're going to reflect and say, wow, I used to have this wound of abandonment or people betraying me. And now I can clearly see that pattern. Maybe it's time to let it go now. Maybe at this point in time, I'm strong enough to be able to let it go. So that happened to me. I had this situation where something in my reality brought up all this betrayal issues that I've been having. So I started reflecting on like, oh, that boyfriend, that happened. And then that happened in that relationship. And then, wow, it's all tied together. And now something is happening in my current reality that makes me see this pattern. And now I can go in and I can be aware of it and I can clear it. So that's probably going to happen to you too. Don't be afraid. This is something amazing because now you can move forward in your life in a completely new way because you not only cleansed your body, you cleansed your mind, and you cleansed your emotions, right? So you're a brand new being, huh? Right? This is incredible. Which leads me to my next point, number 5, going forward. So I was thinking this morning, like, what should I do now, right? Should I just, start eating everything again? And I think the answer is a pretty clear no for me because I just feel how amazing this is for me in terms of my entire being. Like, I just feel so different now than what I did a month ago. And so for me, I very much want to continue with a lot of fluids, a lot of really raw, healthy, clean stuff, you know, organic things, berries, fruits, vegetables. And then I might insert, you know, some meat here and there, because let's face it, we sometimes want something different. I might have, you know, some milk here and there. I might have a sandwich, you know, but I will very much be reminded each day of how amazing this feels and how much I want to feel this way, how much I want to be in this state versus being in that state of like, you know, just sitting there eating chips on the sofa, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just the feeling that I have in my body after I eat like half a bag of chips, or, you know, a big sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, whatever, right? It's such a different feeling than how I feel now. You can't even describe it. You have to actually experience, and because we live in this duality, you get to experience what it's like to eat all these things that are not so great for us and how it feels for you. Here, and here, right? But you also can choose to do a detox or a fasting or something like that, where you get to experience the other side of things, and then you can compare and you can be like, where am I most comfortable? Or how much do I want to be over here? And how much do I want to be over here? And where's my balance, right? If I balance it a certain way, maybe I get to feel great all the time and not be trapped in a jail of just eating certain things, right? Because we also don't want to feel like we're excluding ourselves from all these things, right? So going forward, I will definitely keep a lot of the things that I have learned, and a lot of, you know, how I start my day with a lot of fluids, and how I, you know, don't drink as much caffeine anymore. That's actually another story, but that fits into this very much. And also with the awareness of how much this affects me, I'm definitely going to be more cognizant of what I put into my body, because you are what you eat. And I've learned this firsthand now. You definitely are what you eat. So everything is in expression of what you put into your body. And as within, so without, right? We've all heard these things, and it's so true. Your body truly is your temple. Your body truly is there for you to take care of it so that it can take care of you. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if you want to try it, or if you have any questions. Like, I would love to answer questions. I've answered a few questions from you guys where it's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, and this, and that. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And if you're worried about where to start, how do I do this? Is it too much? You know, just shoot me a comment below, and I'll tell you that, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. Lots of love. Namaste.